So, I want to talk about a soft skill that is often dismissed as possibly being soft or ineffective or not confident. And it's quite the contrary. There is a huge ROI of being kind. And it's not just a moral issue or a nice thing to do, it's actually quite strategic for the business. So, first, let's talk about the engagement and loyalty of teams. Don't take my word for it. Gallup has come out with a very recent study that says that there's a 70% variability in the perception of employees by leadership who they feel is kind. And of course, that creates a culture of them wanting to stay, and it can really increase the odds of turnover and having to replace employees, which we all know is quite costly. And then also, there is, when it comes to kindness, there's a direct correlation between kindness and performance. There was a recent project and study at Google, Project Aristotle, and it really showed that innovative ability, productivity, and profitability was directly linked to psychological safety. And one of the biggest things that helps us to feel psychologically safe is when we trust people and when we or employees feel like they are cared for, and that the bedrock of that is being kind. And then also, thinking about customer loyalty, the research shows that customers have a propensity to do business with people and organizations who they feel are fair and ethical. And again, the bedrock of this perception has to do with being kind. Do customers know? Are we kind to customers? But also, do customers know that we are being kind to our employees? And do we have a culture of kindness? And then, so there's a call to action here. This is it can be a very big undertaking, but it doesn't need to be. So the one call to action would be to just take a few minutes to check in with a subordinate or also with leadership and check in and ask them how they are doing and just start living into being kind. One of the words that defines yourself, it can be kind. In other words, just as a gentle reminder to be a little bit more kind. And you can take this first step in checking in with, like I said, a team member, but also with a member of leadership. Say, hey, I know you've been working really hard. I know you're under a lot of stress. How are you? And so just starting to foster that culture of kindness, again, is not only strategic and it's not only the right thing to do, but it can have a huge ROI on the business. And also, there can be a loss pain or a cost if there is not a culture of kind. And so, part of the reason why I wrote my book that's coming out in just a few weeks now as of recording February 25th, The Fearless Female Leader, is the bedrock of this book is built on something called strategic based empathy. And that is really the some of the tools that will allow organizations to have a culture of productive and profitable kindness, and how to get teams to be high performing because they feel safe and because they feel cared for. So, if I can help you personally in any way or partner to help elevate your organization and bundle it with the book, The Fearless Female Leader, which, by the way, has content that's very appropriate for men and women, please reach out and respond to this email directly, and I will be glad to have a conversation with you. And also, if your company would like to be part of a 10 company roadshow for this book launch, a speaking event, I'm glad to have a conversation about that as well. Let's join forces. We're going to help 1 million women and male allies to be fearless in 2025. And I look forward to hearing from you to see if you'd like to partner and be a part of it. I'm cheering you on always, and cheers to you being kind in 2025.